Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Grimstone Chronicles Season 1 Episode 37. I am your DM and host Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew. How is Adam, Ahmed, and Mark doing? Apparently I've got a lot of caffeine. I could tell by the intro. As I'm listening to myself say the words...
It was like 4 seconds faster than normal.
Right.
I didn't get the full baritone on Welcome to Die Dragon Die Presents.
Yeah,
Like,
too much. I ran to the grocery store right before game to get the black gold here. I'm like, I got a can of regular Diet Pepsi. A can's not going to cut it, and it's not going to be enough caffeine. Woo!
Zoom. I had a killer workout yesterday. Like, felt really strong. Looking at my numbers, some of the best I've put in a while. Like, I am definitely at full kick-ass. I had no migraines or stress headaches. Picked just shy of 600 pounds off the floor. Did all my volume work. Didn't skip any reps. Did all the stuff.
600 pounds.
I can move 600 pounds. You have to start the car first.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, it was like I tied my old deadlift PR, and it was unexpected to do. And then like I'm feeling a little tight in the traps and in the upper back a little bit, but like I feel good. I feel strong. I feel effective. I feel like I didn't fuck myself over during the lockdown. So yeah. I was strutting tall and being all like, I'm awesome. And I've been waiting to get my ass kicked by some monsters of D&D to knock me down a peg or two.
How much does a pizza weigh?
Typically 2 to 3 pounds.
2 to 3 pounds. So yeah, 100. Give me Give me a year of trying really hard, and I'll move 600 pounds of pizza.
Oh, getting your reps in.
Right. Oh, funny. I'd have to try real hard, though.
No, I've been really happy with it. I've been eating a little bit more. Like I've gained a couple pounds since gym started up again, but going easy and rolling into it. And I'm just happy that having a plan, executing the plan, got the result that I wanted. Like the plan works. It validated the plan, because otherwise you're just doing shit and going, I hope I'm just doing shit. So yeah, it feels good.
Cool. Ahmed, what's going on with you? Yeah,
My
you had a birthday?
son's 9th birthday was today,
Oh.
hence the delay. But yeah, it was good.
What do 9-year-olds these days get as birthday gifts?
Microscope, like a 1,000-piece Lego.
That's cool.
And yeah, some stuff.
How
like
expensive is a 1,000-piece Lego now? Because I know how expensive it was when my kids were young. Oh my god!
Let's put it this way. I figured he's not gonna get gifts from other friends or anything. So like, all right, I'll give you the good piece.
It's as much as you think it does. That's what that answer
Oh,
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
not much
want
has
a
changed
microscope
then,
and a 1,000-piece
basically.
Lego,
Yeah,
so I think it's pretty
exactly.
good.
I'm like, that sounds like an awesome 9th birthday.
Yeah, I'm guessing about a 1,000-piece Lego is a pretty good down payment on a PS5.
Yeah, it's part of the way there.
Yeah.
It's more than a controller.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Aside from that, you doing okay? Yeah?
Your bits are working?
Mostly here. You guys want to have a thorough check?
No. Like last week, you were complaining that I think you hurt your back, or what am I confused?
That's like every Thursday, dude.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
I get fucked up eating cheese. Come on.
That's true. Yes. It may have to do with the quantity of cheese, but yes.
What happened to you? Yeah, it looks bad. You should see the cheese though.
The Gouda.
Give it 20 minutes.
Mark, what's going on with you?
I don't want to talk about it.
who beat you
Fuck
up
you,
and who beat you
Fuck
up?
you, Stag Lord. That's all I'm going to say. Fuck you.
Stagler's an asshole, and I know him from
Oh,
Chronicles.
you can't face tank that combat. You got to kind of like kite around the edges.
No,
and-
I did. Listen, I did the little group on the left. I did the little
Yeah.
group. I even recruited what's his face to help me. Then I
Yep.
fought the little group on the right, and then after being killed by the fucking owlbear, I figured, okay, you sneak around, you lock the gate, and you can't fucking get out anymore.
You can also recruit the owlbear if you have the right skills.
I don't have those skills.
Okay, right.
There's no question in my mind. I have not got those skills.
Got it. You took the fighter beat stick, didn't you?
So,
Barbarian fighter, if I remember correctly, with a level of alchemist.
yes, well, I sent my gnome bard in to do the sneak for the owlbear thing, but then we went and
Died.
fuckface comes out and killed everybody. I was down to 2 guys, but I had my archer. My ranger was there just pelting away. Doom, doom,
Well,
doom.
he walks out on this platform and he's an archer. He's a ranger archer. And he just starts
he just
murdering your guys.
pegging people off. And it's like, oh my god.
Unless you're pegging him back with spells, you've got to run up this long way, and he's got this wave of like middle level bad guys. And,
I'm blasting them with burning hands. I'm 4th level. I don't know if I basically backed out of there.
You're 4th level?
Yeah.
You're doing it way too early. Have you explored all the region?
No, that's what I've decided to do.
Okay.
So
And I found some other areas where, like, holy shit, that was hard. Like the greater werewolf, the were-rats, the...
Oh, the were-rats had me screaming. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
many
was
times
yelling.
I
I was
got
like,
murdered by those 3 were-rats. Those goddamn
buffed
were-rats.
outside the cave and then walked in.
No, I do that too. And you go in, and then you'd finally just sort of like kill those 2 rogue were-rats that come out of the shadows. And then there's the were-rat alchemist in the back going, ha 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 ha.
See, I managed to do it because
uh.
my bard had hideous laughter and hold person, and so he hideous laughter the alchemist, so he'd stop throwing bombs, and he managed to hold person one of the rats, and my barbarian just coup de grace it. And after that, the other rat's not so dangerous because it's not sneak attacking you.
Well, yeah, that's nice.
Not that the whole fight, I didn't still lose half my party, but still.
Oh, you went the evil route. I was going to be like, why did you create a bard as a mercenary when you've got Lindsay? But
I don't. I went evil. My country's going to be called the Dark Legion or something like that. I haven't decided yet.
I think you shot yourself in the foot power-wise a little bit because Amiri, Valerie, Lindsay are a really good trio.
They are solid. I did play good for a little bit there, but yeah, and like by 3rd level, I'm like, okay, this Inquisitor's not so great. As a cleric, Harad's not so great. I am dragging around the good cleric. What's his name? Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he heals. He's got so much healing compared to Harad, whatever his name is, the dwarf.
Dwarf.
There's just no comparison. So I'm like, okay, I'm dragging the good guy around. He's gonna have to.
Here's what I want to as the one guy on the stream, or one of the guy in the chat here who hasn't played the game. Marty's described the game. Ahmed described the game. They both gave me the sell. Mark's frustration at the game makes me want to play it more than either of their 2. Like, oh, it's awesome, we get to do all these things. Mark going, fuck this thing, fuck that guy. Oh my god, this goddamn owlbear. That makes me want to play. Maybe this is why I like Dark Souls and these sorts of things.
Yes, I think so.
Dude, the game got one of the first dungeons you go into, you get attacked by spider swarms. And if you don't know what the fuck's going on in the system,
no,
you get butchered by spider swarms.
And
I was lucky because I had made a sorcerer with burning hands, so I was like, oh, thank God, I've got AOE spells that I can throw at this, because I knew otherwise, I'm like, oh fuck, torches is going to be a long day.
Mark, just remember this frustration now, because there's some really hard moments, and there's some good fights, and there's some grindy moments, and you'll occasionally just go, what the fuck, that thing critted me to death. But the end dungeon, it's like high level, this is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Oh, the other thing that happened to me was my first dungeon. I didn't realize you needed to bring rations because throughout the entire game, I'm like, oh, I'm just hunting for my stuff. Okay, well, that's fine. So every time I camp, so I get to the dungeon, I'm at the bottom level, and they're like, no, you've got no rations. You can't rest. I'm like, no.
It's good.
Yeah.
Glad you joined.
It's the kind of frustration where you're like, I'm going back for more.
Where you limp out of the dungeon hoping for no random encounters.
See,
Yeah.
I guess Mark's description of the play is more appealing to me, partly because it's like it's hard and I don't know how to beat it. And I think that was when I spoke with you about it, Marty or Ahmed.
Yeah.
One of them was about I hacked this game and look what I did with the hacks. That's not appealing generally.
I love hacking though.
That's fine. No, it's
fun.
just different.
It was
strokes,
like
right?
I've got enough computer science that I can open up files and change numbers. Yeah,
I want $1 million.
No, I make Gestalt characters. Yeah, there's
a couple of times I thought in the back of my head I can switch the enemies to easy. But I'm like, no, not gonna do it. I'm gonna beat these fuckers.
Are you playing on normal or?
Yeah, I'm playing on normal.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like there's hard, and then there's like I can't remember what it's called, but like super hard basically. But I've been told by the internet that is for like the best of the best. Like there is zero margin for error, and you still need to be lucky.
You just end up with some of those hard levels. You just end up fucking just resting all the time because every single fight becomes like a
Drains.
Yeah.
it's just a fight to the death, like just absolutely just by the skin of your teeth, and there's no pacing that way. So, yeah, there's no pacing that way. Well, you end up having zero resources, and there are some fights where you actually in dungeons where you actually need to have
you need your healing potions and all that stuff.
So.
Anyway, for those curious, that's Pathfinder Kingmaker on PS4.
Yeah, Fox is a big Pathfinder person. I don't know if Kenny plays it or not.
If you put it on, oh crap, what do you call it? Round by round, like every character gets a turn-based. Thank you. It feels so much like a tabletop game. It's my wife said to me, "You've been smiling all day yesterday when I was playing that thing." It's like, yeah, I have.
It's good. She also said it was the most boring game she ever watched.
Yes, she also said that. Like, I've never seen a game so boring. It was one of those. I'm glad you like it.
That's funny. Pathfinder Kingmaker, Kenny. Okay, why don't we do? What did I do today? I got up, spent some time on the elliptical. Had breakfast, lunch, I guess, and then took a quick nap, and then ran to the grocery store, and then we're playing a game. I started playing yesterday City Skylines, which is basically like
I heard about
the
that
next
game.
version of SimCity. It's decent. It was on sale for like $20 or something like that, so I'm like, okay, I'll try this out.
In the video game,
I failed at my first couple of cities. It just basically I expanded too quickly or something like that in the beginning, and then I ended up with no money, and I'm like, well, I can't fix the trash problem. I'm losing money at an exponential rate, and people are leaving. Okay, so the little northern industrial town failed.
So I've been playing Blasphemous on Nintendo. It's also on like computer and PlayStation 4, that sort of thing. It is a side scroller Metroidvania that's very much like Dark Souls. It's got really heavy religious overtones. It's got super cool imagery. It's got a really esoteric sort of fighting style. It's hard as balls. It's really fucking well done. It's made by the same people who made Worms Armageddon, Team 17 out of the UK. I don't know if you've played Worms, any of the Worms games, but it's like nothing like it's nothing of that.
You're asking who's got worms?
But in terms like Ahmed might like it. you couldn't. It's not for the boys. It's M for mature. It's a strong M.
Blasphemous.
Yes.
It's like
yes.
a.
It is the one with the guy with the big cone. The big cone heads.
Mhm.
Yes, Thomason said largely it's about the traffic too. Yeah, I got frustrated, so I turned on unlimited money and I built a city, and I built a really horrible city. The traffic was like, oh, what have I done? Oh, I need to use different types of roads, do I? Okay. It's like, look at those people. They're lined out up onto the highway just trying to get into the town. I'm like, oh, that feels like Seattle. Okay, what have I done? Let's do a recap of what happened last game. The last few games.
What didn't?
Trampling Rose's Factory of Shame and the slaughter at Steelrose Mill. In the dead of the night and the last day of autumn, the forces of half a dozen gangs attack the Steelrose Watch at the Steelrose Mill. Violence erupts in other parts of the Southwall District as well, as not all the gangs are on the same page. Capra is reassured by an invisible pixie that they still have friends in the district. The opening salvo concludes with poison gas fired into the Steelrose Mill with the intent of flushing the watch leaders outside. The Battle of Steelrose Mill rages on. Dugan Schmurf refuses to surrender to the gainful exercise. Capra receives news that the Fae of the Sylvan Acres have risen up against the Fae Bruisers put together by Mr. Jitters. Dugan receives word that the Gutters have also been distracting enemies in other neighborhoods. The Steelrose Watch abandons the main factory works, moving to the warehouse, where they make their stand against a bone naga, a vermin-loving druid, and two mighty war machines. The Steelrose clashes with the gainful militant and their allies, led by Jeremiah Smith, priest of the five-faced god and leader of the gainful exercise movement. During the battle, Slake is struck by a magic paint-filled bullet. Cog and Amadeus have a disagreement over what to do with the wounded. Following the battle, Dowaki arrives on the scene, seeking help from the Steelrose Watch as the Sylvan Acres is under attack by a force of kobolds, strange men, and a blue dragonborn warlord. Dowaki claims the smell of a dragon is in the air. And I think the party, with only about an hour to catch their breath, have moved over to the Sylvan Acres neighborhood, where they wandered up to with a new round of battle spells blazing to the temple at Greenrest Park, also called the Elderberry Church, a temple of Sylvanas, where they found a gang of kobolds taking a quick rest after looting this particular region. What else? Sunny found the priest of Sylvanas, Deacon Zilbu, unconscious near the altar, and he could sense that the corrupting force of one of those weird worms or maggots was inside the deacon's head. I forget. Did you get it out? No, you failed at the check, right?
I failed at the check, and it's like, you're making it worse. I was like, well, we'll just come back later when I've got thumbs.
The party basically attacked the kobolds that were inside. They in turn were attacked by these ground-dwelling dragonettes, almost like some sort of forest or sewer drake. They spat acid. The group basically put their backs together and dispatched these creatures. During the combat, something in the mists flew over their heads, and it was very, very large. It was invisible. It just simply displaced some of the mist as it was going. There are still sounds of combat. It sounds like the kobolds and perhaps others are still attacking individual homes in this neighborhood. The spells that you guys had from the previous fight, aside from the hours per levels, are probably gone. The previous fight being the whole Steelrose Watch fight. As maybe about an hour did go by, thinking about, how you kind of took a breather and did a bunch of conversation after the fight with the Gainful. But the spells that you had timed as you were approaching the neighborhood are still up and running. That combat was about a minute, and you were probably you did all of your buffs at about a minute before you arrived on scene.
Perfect. I mean, suboptimal, but
yeah.
Them's the breaks.
All right, so you finished killing the weird sewer drakes, and can hear spooky sounds still emanating from deeper within the neighborhood. Oh, we gotta help people! It sounds like they're being attacked. You do see through the mist there wasn't anything, and then all of a sudden like a bunch of little forms running away as like a nearby house is being set on fire.
Yeah, well, let's head towards the castle, and anything that we meet along the way, we kill. Sorry,
What?
any bad things we meet along the way, we kill. Kobolds aren't allowed here. They're vermin. We told them. Agony, you told them. I mean, I'll speak draconic, but I'm certain you told them. You said that you gotta leave right now, otherwise you're not supposed to be here, and it's okay to kill them. So thank you, Agony, for saying that. And...
Is anyone hurt?
Depends what you mean by hurt.
Cog's got 11 damage there.
Okay, I don't know if Dee Dee's got any of her channels left. I don't know if you wanted to blast
No,
one.
he's gonna pull out
Probably not.
She's got 2 left.
He'll
Agony's
put
also
a
slightly
wand.
wounded.
Yep.
He's gonna pull out a wand and start healing himself.
We don't have time for that.
On the trot.
Yeah, okay, so Dee Dee's going to channel once, leaving 1 channel left, and hoping that she heals everyone for 11.
Okay. Let's not get hit. Let's not get boned by anything. AoE.
Oh, 11. Nice. 5.
Yep. Looks like that totally cures Dugan. You had 1 damage.
Yeah, I think Amadeus said 2. That should cure him.
Okay.
Dugan is going to reapply mage armor to himself and Amadeus. Does anyone else want a mage armor? It's first level caster. It's from a wand.
No, we're good.
All right. Just going to roll to make sure he pulls it off. So 2 charges.
On the walking.
Okay. While you guys are going, Agony is going to recast a See and Viz, which is... He had 1 running from the previous fight.
Okay, so Saad does that as well. Seen Viz.
Okay, there is a path that you can go that leads to the base of the castle. Are you guys going, when you hear the sounds of combat, to the left and the right and to the other parts of the neighborhood? Are you going to investigate?
How far off the main path are we talking? Because we're...
It's a sizable neighborhood. Like, you've seen the pictures of Old Stacks. You could spend on the order of 20 minutes visiting all the streets in this neighborhood. There are people that live here. Most of them are half-elves or Fane or, like, more common, kind of, like, slightly Fey-blooded or Elven-blooded people.
So if we go in... If we take 2 streets that seem rather main, and we go into 2 groups, go up the 2 streets, and then meet at the...
Yeah, that could you could probably
Just do like a quick sweep.
A quick sweep, okay. So
Yep.
Capra.
Yeah. So all right. Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna go this way, and you guys you go that way, and then don't stay too far apart. We're gonna keep back and forth, and Dugan, you make certain that we don't get too far away from each other. You back and forth, and we're gonna just if we see the dragon, kill the dragon.
Stealth group with me. Says Dee Dee. I'm over here by the plant. This is the plant that starts going like this.
Sonny will go over there.
Okay.
Stealth group? Well, where are the hitters going?
No. The stealth group is the
Back and forth.
the flyers, basically.
Yeah, so...
Come on, Desaad, you can turn into your flying little guy and come on with us.
Here we go.
You're honorary Fae in my books. Not that I keep a book for that, but that would be interesting.
So, kind of. All right. So, this for groups. Do you need a group 1, group 2, and then those guys sort of back and forth, or are we doing like 1, 2 big groups like that?
You guys make too much noise. You go that way. We'll go this way.
All right. Okay, we'll actually, you know what? I was gonna say woe be those who meet this group, but woe be those who meet that group too. So just woe.
Yeah, Desaad has his bow out for this.
Okay. Let's do the loud guys first.
Okay.
So you guys start marching down.
Fucking around over here.
Yeah, exactly. You guys start marching down a street. You pause for a little bit as like a stray kobold or two, like that seemed to have been trying to gather some treasure, was running across the street, and you guys kind of take turns going up and like taking out like kobolds. There was a group of 4 kobolds that you actually had to all sort of raise your weapons to attack as they stumbled out into the road, and Capra shot 2 of them down before Amadeus grabbed one and kind of twisted its head off to the side. Agony beat Slake to the last kobold with his polearm because he had reach and kind of did this upward swing, sending the thing flying into the street. Curious that kobolds think that he could take on Fae.
Yeah.
Aren't all the combative Fae out fighting somewhere in another neighborhood?
Well, even the least combative Fae is still kind of combative. You know, usually, unless there's those fans, the fans are kind of, yeah, they're kind of squishy.
Okay. I'm gonna do a perk. Grimstone. 31 is pretty good. Agony with his 29. Oh, Mistress still on that list. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Mistress still with us.
Okay. You guys, Capra, you almost shot this moving thing, and you realize that it was like this huddled group of Fane. A male, a female, and some children. Fane. They look like they were trying to like avoid the kobolds that are running around. You could talk to them if you want. Let me put some tokens down. It'll make it more real.
Hi. It's dangerous out here.
So we've got some Fane
Um,
and their children.
the map.
Actually, some Fane are small, which means their children are tiny. They're kind of like halfling elves, if you wanted to really.
Did any of the buildings that we go past seem not to be infested with kobolds and kind of safe like?
You have cleared some of the street going from the temple to where you encountered this family unit of Fane.
We'll kind of point them in that general direction.
The female Fane actually points a wand at you, and the male Fane has got a quarterstaff. You're also trying to see each other through the mist too. They hear people coming, and they're like,
"So don't mind him." Capra's gonna like stand in front of Agony.
Yep.
So the
it's the dragon man that visits Delphin, and they come closer, and the little boy Fane goes and actually tugs on Capra. You gonna make the bad guys stop?
That's the plan. We're going to the castle. Is that where the bad guy is?
Oh, most of the fighting was at the castle. I
Perfect.
don't know if it still stands. Yes, careful. There are men roving around in gangs here too.
Men.
We think they might be from some of the other neighborhoods.
Well, they're not welcome.
They don't disagree with you.
So have you seen like a big flying thing?
Yes, some of the kobolds have wings.
Okay, but like a
saw him. He was blue.
Perfect.
He had purple armor. He was big and flying and had a scary sword. No, he
Blue,
didn't.
purple armor.
Children, stop.
Purple armor, scary sword.
You came from the church. Is the church all right?
Yes, it's all right, because we cleared it.
I,
Are you good for anything but slowing us down? But you
You're a
teach your
dick.
children to
Hey,
be useless?
Hey, Amadeus!
All right, they pick up their children at this point, and they're kind of backing off.
Quit being a dick.
Yes, right.
It's not like Five-Faced God Church where you just be a dick to everyone. It's Sylvan Acres.
Sounds of combat are down that way.
Okay. It is safer in that direction. The deacon is hurt. He's in the back. But he's hurt though. But he seems to be okay. I don't know. Our druid looked at him. He should be fine.
Another Fane approaches. This Fane looks like it's undergone the transformation into a sprite. Comes fluttering in. Like there are people coming out of the rubble and hiding in between the buildings. That there's a half elf commoner that comes out meekly and
okay, all right. We went from that way. If it was dangerous, we killed it along the way. So that way is safer than the other way.
Okay.
Well, unless it hid from us and it'll take you down from behind.
Shut up!
And a Tomy sort of appears in front of you. I'll leave them there. Thank you, Capra.
All right, yeah. The church it's really messy in there. You don't want to.
The thing turns invisible and says, "Follow the glowing lights!" And the little Tomy summons some dancing lights, and the group of them begin to head towards the temple.
I can see why they weren't drafted into a Fey army.
Yeah, because they're not army people. They're just people trying to. God, you're such a dick! By all the gods, there's like 10,000 gods. Most of them are calling you a dick. Then like maybe 100 of them are like, look at him, he's such a dick, but they're saying it in a good way.
Yeah, just remember where your god sits compared to mine.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yes, at his heels.
We have things that we need to do, people that we need to save. Let's get going.
Let's survive first, and we'll worry about errands.
Okay. Agony gives Amadeus and Capra a nudge and goes forward, and he's looking at something, and you can see what looks like a sewer grate, and you can see two kobolds hop down into the sewer. They had little bags over their shoulders.
Can we fit in the sewer?
You can make escape artist. You can fit your head in the sewer hole, so yeah, you can make escape artist checks to go down.
Capra is pretty good at this.
Okay.
So he's just going to he'll try to squirt himself into the sewer.
All right. You are now in a slender sewer pathway, and there are two kobolds trying to make off with ill-gotten goods.
I quickly look for tracks. Is this a common thing? Or did they use this as? Are they using this as or are these guys just hiding in the sewer? Is there?
Yeah. So you've got these two kobolds that are going to defend their ill-gotten goods as you're looking down at the tracks.
I'm looking down at the tracks first.
And...
I'm trying to determine if I need them alive or not.
Yep. So yeah. Okay. So you cede your surprise to them. And then give me an initiative. Just roll a d20. It's fine.
Okay. 3. I have a +6, so 19. 9, not 19.
Oh, cool. Kobold.
Is the Capra going to get stabbed?
One of them
He's a kobold ninja.
has a cold iron knife, AC 6, and the other one from way back slings a cold iron slingstone at you. 12. The cold iron things that they have are probably the most valuable, aside from whatever they gathered in their little pouches or in their little bags.
Okay. Capra is going to cast Tracking Mark on the one in the back.
Okay.
That's throwing things.
So yeah, you're kind of down in a sewer, little kind of theater of the mind, the map or whatever. But you got two kobolds that are trying to get away, and yeah, they one of them walked up to you, took a swipe, and then took a step back, and the other one threw a thing at you, and he moved back and is like trying to get his friend to come. And then you cast a spell on them, Tracking Mark.
It's a will save.
Okay. I'm going to spend a story point or a DM point to say that it automatically succeeds.
Okay, and then with my last action, I'm going to kill the other kobold and then intentionally miss at the one in the back.
Okay. I think that was a smart thing. It's a CR 1/4. You're on the verge of 9th level. You pwn the thing with a spell. You get your way, basically.
I shoot the one, and then I will. I guess I could roll a 1 on the intentional miss. I don't fail my intentional miss.
Okay.
So,
yeah, you stick an arrow through that one kobold, and it's like burning with all of the elements as it scores a hole through it. The bag falls down, and yeah, there are some foodstuffs mixed in with like silverware. Like they definitely were in somebody's house robbing. The one kobold actually glances down to like the bag and thought for a moment, maybe should I go snatch it? But he decides that he likes his life more, and he goes scooting off into the sewers.
Okay, I will come out of the sewers and join the crew, and I will remember which sewer grate this is.
Yeah, Capra, you do see that other kobolds have come down into this particular sewer grate. It does look like there's a lot of two-way traffic. And it does look like the traffic may have been coming to the spot for a while. You actually see like some tools for filing that were just sort of left near the sewer grate. You're starting to feel like this isn't just some random attack. Like you're feeling that this is planned.
Fuck's sakes.
You also see the kobold dropped his knife, and it's much cleaner than the rest of his dirty equipment. But it is a small knife made out of cold iron.
Okay, I'm going to grab that cold iron knife and climb out of the sewers to join the group. And we will come back here later, and I've got a big bonus on tracking that one kobold to wherever the hell he runs to.
Yeah, it's like a +5 or something like that.
Yeah, it's +5, and it negates the it's +5 to see it, and it's a plus. All the DCs are reduced by 5 to track it.
Nice. Okay, that creature did not notice the weird rune kind of briefly flashed on its back as it ran away. Yeah, Capra comes out of the sewers. You notice that as you're coming out of the sewers, your 4 friends are kind of like squaring up to what appears to be ranks of warriors that have begun to form up.
You're telling me that the bruisers are in front of me, and then there's things to shoot on the other side of the bruiser?
Yep. As you guys came across a number of men, looked like they were grabbing things from homes and putting it on a wagon. But when they saw the 4 of you coming out of the mist, they called after you in Draconic. Like one of them actually spoke Draconic, and Agony did not give the right response.
I think you're moving. Oh, there we go.
Holy shit, what was along, guys?
Oh, that token has like the biggest schnoz if you zoom in on it. Those for days.
Some of them are just like common thugs, while others look like they're well armored, but they are wearing masks, perhaps to just um, uh, to hide their identities. There are a few others that have these curious cowls. As a group of them are beginning to form, and they're pointing, and they realize that they may have a fight on their hands. I think initiative, as you've come across a gang of looting. What are we going to call them? Bandits? Robed robbers. They're robbers. They're robbing people's homes.
They are an invasive species
Of human.
of human. Yeah, this is. The paperwork in it today is gonna suck. Capra's gonna spell. They were robins. They were invasive robins. There was a flock of robins that were pestering this town.
I don't mean to be a stickler for details, Capra, but robins don't have teeth, and yet you brought me this giant bag.
Oh, sorry, that was a spelling mistake. Robiners.
Robiners.
They do Robinses.
All right, we're gonna say Capra misses the first round as he's climbing out of the sewer and going, "Oh, what's going on here?" Okay, Amadeus. These guys have grouped up and they're like, "Hey, who are they? I think I know them."
Amadeus
The
goes into
Steelrose.
his
One of them is wise and says, "Steelrose Watch is allied to the Sylvan Acres. Get him! What the shit to the pile, boys!"
Amadeus goes into his stance, readies an attack.
Okay.
Cog says, "Do you think this is going to be more difficult than the tank construct we just destroyed?"
And take the things and go. You're not our concern right now.
There is a considerable amount of smoke and mist. It appears to be coming from multiple sources. Capra, you also saw in the sewer some broken, smoke sticks that had run out. There is a combination of spells, alchemy, and maybe something else that is just fumigating the armed robbery that is now occurring blatantly in the Sylvan Acres.
What he said, except drop the shit.
Okay, so Amadeus drops into his stance and readies an attack. Cog, what are you doing? I've got a +4 temp near your initiative. Is that still applicable, or is that...
No, it's just a +2.
Okay.
Capra's +2 goes away as well.
Okay.
And I will open up the combat sheet.
All right. Well, it's still then Cog, then Capra.
Stance.
Yeah, Capra just gets out of the sewer.
Okay. Stance and go full defensive. Actually, go with defensive.
You're defensively getting into your stance. Okay. Capra gets out of the sewers and
Already a flurry.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, there's friends.
Hey, look at them.
Agony is gonna enter his stance. I guess that's what everyone's doing. It's kind of like right.
Come good.
The robbers have indeed formed their mob. They do so with one action. They were in the process of doing so, and then they begin to run forward, weapons waving.
I'm just looking at distance on the map, going like, "Come to your doom."
All right, so
Flurries. There's a couple of
bunch of AOs first. Does anyone have reach? Agony does with his weapon.
Agony and Cog, I don't know if he does.
Long arms is 10 minutes. No, I'm pretty sure I updated. If long arms, give me a sec.
Okay, I'll roll Agony's first. Basically, he takes a swat with his keen raven speak.
Minute per level.
I think I still have it run. I still have it. I think I redowned it.
Missing.
Oh, it's 19 for Amadeus for his AOO.
You have long arms up, Mark?
No, I don't.
Okay, the first was the AOO for movement. Second is the readied actions. Third is the AOO for them going into your square.
Okay, then the ready to action missed then.
Okay. Slake didn't go yet.
I ready to flurry.
Sure. So you're punching people as you're coming forward.
Yep, and the long arms is up. Okay, so
3 rolls.
yeah,
So you get an AOO for them for their movement, and then you get your readied action.
flurry.
I think technically it's you flurry, then AOO for movement, whatever.
No. So, well, yeah, exactly, because you
just
threaten them from way out here.
Yeah. If he was somehow exploded the crowd with
Agony will also take his AOO. This time he hits.
There's no bard.
What am I, chop liver?
Oh, is your bard? Did you bard song?
No,
There's no bard song.
Okay. All right.
Agony clobbers a few heads for 29. We'll just grab this guy in the end and use him as the
troop rules.
So there's 3 attacks basically for me.
Are fun.
Yep.
Fuck. 17, 27, 28.
The 17 missed, but the other 2 hit.
Okay.
They were wary of your attacks and sort of ready for the first attack, but they weren't ready for the speed at which you followed up your attacks. A few jaws are broken, and you're now plowing into
This is lethal.
some of the armored men in behind. This is lethal. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agony wasn't
They're
attacking.
not singing five-faced god hymns and all that kind of nonsense. Like they're
Nope.
Although you killed a lot of people who were singing a lot of praises, and then Capra's like just lets that thought trail off. You just fucking killed a lot of them.
It's 52. Wait. No, minus 4. So it's 48.
Okay. Wow.
The plus 34 is 2 plus 17s, which is a plus 15. It's a mighty bonus to damage.
Explain.
That's kind of the intent there. Is
My
Your dex.
my
with
dex
Nugent.
plus Cat's Grace, so 8, 9 the amulet,
Okay.
Piranha Strike,
Would give you another
13.
4. Yeah, 13.
um,
It's Piranha Strike.
no, I already did Cat's Grace in there. No, yeah, it's supposed to be plus 13s. Plus 13.
Okay. It's still
Plus
really
13.
good.
So instead of
Piranha
40,
Strike is power attack for.
For weaklings, yeah.
Power
So
attack for-
give them eight hit points back. Is what you're saying?
8 hit points back. Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit different. All right, so that was the AOO and readied when they were at range, and now it's the readied for anyone who was
13.
only has 5-foot range. Slake hasn't gone yet. Agony's taken all of his. Amadeus, you took your readied. Cog, you took your readied. Now there's an AOO as they enter your squares.
I already took my O.
So they're basically all around you.
20. I don't know if that hits or not.
It does. And then Agony does have combat reflexes, I believe. And he clobbered a few more people as they came in.
Yeah, but Marty, do I get another AOO? Because it's only you only get an AOO against. Oh, is this considered as more than one creature?
You get
Because-
an AOO for their movement because they went through your threatened squares. Then they get an AOO.
Oh, then because
then they're technically entering your squares, as in they're like going around you. So,
okay, got it.
or from
22.
the movement around you, basically.
22 hit.
Yep.
Okay,
Amadeus is 29 damage.
nice.
Okay. Agony does something like D10 plus 19. He does 29 damage. God, how much damage did you do?
23 damage.
So So in your AO, basically a bunch of guys, Capra, you're getting out of the sewer, trying to fit your horse through the sewer hole, and you could see 20 men charge Cog, Amadeus, Agony, and Slake, and in the matter of seconds, there are 3/4 of them are down, dead, or unconscious. Another few are limping away and screaming, and like 3 at the end stopped their charge and went, "What the fuck?" And they're just trying to get away.
No. Capra.
Okay, so there's 4 of them that stop the charge, and they basically you scattered the mob of people before they could actually get around you and start attacking you.
That's how it's done.
Slake then overruns a dude and then punches another one, killing him. Amadeus.
Just lets him go. He doesn't care about these guys.
Cog. There's 2 guys.
Oh yeah, Cog's getting in there.
Okay.
Fuck these guys.
So
It's gonna move into there.
Cog runs in and does a side kick as he comes in. Oh! A guy waving a flail at you.
Oh, I fucked myself. 17. Yeah, there's an attack on each guy.
Okay.
22, 27.
Both hit.
Okay. 13. 25 on one, 27 on the other.
All right. You knock them both out. They are both incapacitated.
Hey guys, I found a dagger. It's cold iron. It's little. Good job. Cap will start while we continue on the quest. Like, he's gonna stow the dagger and walk forward.
You stride forward. Yeah, Agony kicks at a few of them and just gives Amadeus a nod. This is going to be a hard nut to crack for any enemy.
It's where it's like, the way they tried to crack this nut is not how you crack this nut.
Get him! No. Nope. You do see that there is a push cart up ahead. It does have some, like, it looks like some minor bits of furniture, some minor jewelry, and maybe a hand, like a open box where they're just chucking coin and personal effects into.
Slake, could you do me a favor?
What?
Punch that wheel hub on the way by.
All right. Cart falls down, spills a little bit. There is a bloody bag that got disturbed, and you notice that a few fairy wings came out of the bag.
Capra turns and shoots 2 guys in the ground.
Okay.
Alright, we keep on going. Those 2 guys that were like gently clubbed by Cog, they get shot.
I wasn't gentle.
While you guys are kind of futzing around the little cart, something does. You could hear like little wings flapping. It kind of reminds you of the sound that that Desaad makes when he's turned into his little kobold. For a brief moment, you thought you saw a little bit of a shadow.
Fuck you coward!
Capra, just shoot him.
Here, buddy!
Just shoot him, Capra.
I wanted to bring him here. He's gonna get his friends first.
Hey, you see this little orange light coming towards you.
Oh, scatter, motherfucker!
Jump on!
There is a it is a fireball, but it's a low grade fireball. Kind of comes arching down from below.
Fuck me, buddy. Okay.
I told you to fucking shoot him.
Reflex save DC 17.
Oh fuck! I failed. You said low grade fireball. I thought you meant it's from a wand or a scroll.
You have a
30 whatever, but no evasion.
You have a +1 from me.
It's still only got a 16.
Okay, Slake automatically fails.
And heals.
And heals. Yeah, he's not injured though. And then Agony evades.
How much damage?
No, dude.
16 for half.
Oh,
8 damage.
uh,
You think you're funny, do you?
Did it turn visible?
There's just a bunch of mist up there. Like it flew by you, took account where you guys were, and flew up into the mist, and then just basically AoE'd the area. So you could Capra, I guess, if you could AoE it back, or you could make a perception check to see if you could pinpoint where it cast from.
Capra is going to stretch his wings and fly up there to go say hello.
Okay. Yeah, now Capra gets to fight it. So Capra's weird wings stretch from his back. These are your mutagen wings.
I don't need to use my mutagen to use it. It's because I drink mutagens I grow wings.
That's so awesome. What do they look like again?
I have fly wings, little bug wings.
Capra goes flying up. Okay, yeah, you see it. There is a flying kobold. It is called.
I wish I had known you had wings, because Dugan would have been like, "You're finally a real thing. Good for you."
There is a winged kobold. Let me get a token for you. You see it. He sees you. And I guess it's just Capra and the winged kobold casters who will fight in the air. My money goes towards a certain person.
I roll a 17 and probably add more than him.
Yep. So yeah, you see him and you get to act first.
Okay, and is this the distance?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him with arrows until he falls out of the sky. So that's how we do. Plus 21 plus
You
23.
will die, is what he says to you.
You will fall from the sky and have your skull split open. AC 35.
Oh boy! All right, the mist chance misses.
I hate you, miss. Critical threat.
Doesn't miss. Oh no!
Critical hit.
It's a critical hit. He dodged the first one and was about to say something or cast a spell at you, and your arrow goes right into his mouth.
Minor injury, reduced critical.
That's
alright. No, it's still
2d6. Yeah, it's probably gonna kill him.
It's 2d8 plus 18 plus 12 plus 2 plus. Does he have any resistances?
This little guy has resistance to a 5 resistance to cold.
Okay. I will roll that d6. The last d6 is the cold one. Actually, I'll just roll it separately at the end. 52 damage. And no cold.
Okay. He
And
52. He fails the minor injury save, so he's at a -2 to his fort saves. 52 damage drops him to. Oh, look at that! It's like really okay. No con. -21. He would have had to make a fort save or die, but hit point damage dies. Yeah, you see Capra fly his bug wings out, and about 10 seconds later, this kobold corpse with a couple of arrows stuck into it falls to the ground. Capra, you can hear the sounds of more looting. It's like these groups of men and kobolds have kind of spread out into the town, and they're attacking homes, and you can see a few homes light on fire and screams coming from others. Like, you could spend an hour running to each of the homes and stopping this madness.
we're gonna. Here's gonna be a hell of a day. We're gonna fly down, back to the group.
Okay. The Agony has wandered over and he's looking at the winged kobold. I believe they're called Urds.
Bird.
This one, Agony has a look at it. Use casting spells. I don't see any wands.
Yeah. Well, this turd made a mistake. Capra's gonna just hack a piece off of it to give to Desaad.
Okay. It's like, quit talking to it. It's like crushes the skull under his boot, and let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Agony rips off like its little belt. It's got like a spell component belt and pouch and that sort of thing, and he just chucks it into a backpack.
Keep going.
Someone want to mark down Erd Sorcerer treasure?
Sure.
I will fill that in later.
Oh, spoils.
The spoil list is very long at this point in time.
Looking at it going, well, because eventually I'm going to run out of arrows, and then I'm going to just start pulling random arrows out of the quivers, and if it's an awesome arrow, it's getting shot. Like, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Where are you guys headed? Are you just headed concentrating on the street, or are you starting to go and seek out the sounds of robbers and conflict to the sides? The signs of looting and attacking seem to be all around you. Like the buildings that you're crossing in look like they've all been kicked in or at least scorched some way. You do see bodies left in the streets, both kobolds, men, and some of the Thane and half elves that live here. You don't see a lot of Fey bodies. Like there was a significant population of lesser Fey, if you will, or common folk in this neighborhood.
I think we're going to the castle but we're like wide, like we're lined up wide.
Okay, so you guys are walking as wide as the street will let you, and there's sort of
basically
there's sort of a T formation.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you want a different formation, but I just grabbed the tokens.
No, that's fine. We're just like, we are sweeping through, and anything that gets caught in our net dies.
Okay, you can hear some screams and maybe some yelling coming from the castle. Meanwhile, let's go to the stealthy group, who are basically flying, two of which invisibly down the road at a much faster speed than the guys crawling along the ground or moving along the ground fighting things. So, you guys get all the way to the base of the hill where the castle is, and oh no, did he die? Brr. You actually see an ogre corpse.
Oh. The
in front of Nighthorn's office. Yep. The ogre looked like he looks like he died kind of sitting up against the side of the building trying to hold his guts in.
He was sleepy. He was a sleepy ogre.
Oh, that was Burr. Oh, poor Burr. What happened to him? Look at that. Oh.
There's a really big claw mark. Or slash mark. I don't know if any of you have healing.
Sonny has healing. Sonny will have a think on what this claw or slash. He also has got knowledge of nature if he thinks it's a natural attack.
Yeah, give me a natural attack. Natural knowledge of nature.
Knowledge nature.
36.
Why are you kicking the corpse?
Okay, I'll just send this to Adam because Sonny is not in a communicative.
Sonny
mode
can't
right now.
communicate. He does a little dance once in a while. Sort of stretches his wings out.
Okay.
The bat's wings are really far apart. And then he flaps, and they're kind of in his, you know.
The way the wound happened, it's like Burr wasn't even defending himself.
There's no combat marks.
It's like he had his hands up, and then this thing just caught him kind of like near the neck bone and just sort of opened him up.
I think he might have been cowering, or is it like paralyzed? Hands up sounds like cowering to me.
Hands up could have been cowering, could have just been
Surrendering.
You do notice that there's a lot of disturbed earth. Like he might have had his hands over his eyes because of all the earth, all the stuff flying around, the dust flying around. The building, it's the door you have to look around for. It's like something grabbed a hold of the door and flung it. You actually find it about 30 feet away. And there are some scratch marks along the side of the door. I don't know if you guys are going into the office. This used to be Nightwoman's office, and temporarily, you do see that there's a bit of blood on the ground. The desk, the high kind of like judge's desk, looks like it's been ransacked. There are some side chambers, but it doesn't look like anyone's here. It looks like the destruction has passed over this place.
Okay. I don't know if the Fae are staying in there. I'm going to, like, just a quick check, and then seems to be clear. Go on.
So just saying, all that anybody sees is a kobold flying with a bat.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect.
There is a ramp that leads up to the castle. The castle sits on a hill that overlooks most of the Sylvan Acres. I do have a map for the castle, so I'm going to move the flyers to that map.
Cool. The keep map?
Yeah, the keep at Greenrest Park.
We have to change the name.
The keep at Green Death Park.
Okay.
The keep at Final Rest Park.
Yeah, Final Rest. There we go.
You can see kobolds swarming the battlements. They are looking down throughout the battlements. There are a couple of flying kobolds that are around. You can hear a growl from inside. You can hear a man's voice as you guys basically fly up to the castle. A couple of kobolds look at Zank, the winged kobold, and just continue to guard with their little bows for other things.
Sunny flies behind Zank and then shoots like a little lightning bolt. No, that's not.
You can hear there's a growl and yell and commands being issued forth from this forecastle overlooking the drawbridge.
What
Or
language?
the portcullis. Draconic.
I understand Draconic.
So do I. So do I. What are they yelling about?
Are you sure that you've checked all places? This was a lair of a dragon, after all.
Yes, we have not found what we are looking for.
Check again.
We did find considerable amount of treasure.
Yes.
Are you flying closer to have a look, or?
Yeah.
You said there's kobolds all around, right?
Yep. There also
Matt doesn't give a shit.
There also seem to be a couple of guys in foundry guard armor. They do have muskets that are standing outside along this battlement, and then there's a
Foundry guards?
Yep.
Ooh, that's
City guards?
Yep.
It's all fun and games until the police show up.
It's all fun and games till we gotta do something. We gotta deal with these guys.
These guys are just chatting with each other. They're just sort of.
So I was thinking,
One of them's chuckling.
I could probably use these guns.
You can hear the conversations happening on the fourth floor, like on the top of the battlements inside of the inside of the forecastle.
Let's take a look.
Okay, I need you to move your miniatures if you're going to take a look. There are a couple of chimneys. Looks like. Actually, no. Those are big windows that open up. Basically,
It's inside here, like in the open air, or
no.
So
You can hear this conversation going on.
let's check inside the windows.
oh, in here. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just gonna look through the window.
Okay, so you guys are looking in through the battlements, and you see inside. What is Dee Dee doing? Dee Dee is just going to fly up behind Dugan, I guess, and then.
I'm moving them.
All right. Let me put some flying kobolds down because this place is. You get a sense that this is where a lot of activity is going on. There are a bunch of relaxing warriors. Like it looks like they've been fighting. They're all sharing a wineskin along this embattlement. And let me get a few more.
Do they have any uniform of any kind? Or?
Nope. These guys are all wearing hoods, and it looks like they have a distinct lack of any insignias.
Interesting.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Let me grab some flying kobolds and some regular old kobolds. Let me grab these guys right here. And a flying one that is not dead. Where is it?
The Foundry Guard tokens are cool. Kind of makes me want to punch them.
That makes me want to punch them. That's how cool they are.
It reminds me of Warhammer 40k. There's like a bunch of like the way magic works in there is you get like these commandments of valor that are like written, like scrolled out, and you actually put the note
Yep.
onto your armor.
The larger your sleeves, the more powerful the.
Can I delete the dead kobold? The one that fell down?
No.
Where is he? The flying kobold.
The flying kobold is right here.
Where is here?
I add him to the middle of the group. He's in the middle of the team.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in the dead human pile.
Apparently, I've only put one of them on the map. Dead human pile. Oh, there we go.
I pulled him out.
Yeah, thanks. There are so many tokens in the darkness because when I created this, troops weren't a thing.
There are many individuals.
Yep. This room seems to be very busy as you guys peek into it. First, there is a woman that is not really wearing a uniform, but she definitely is dressed different than some of the invaders. She's got a headdress of fashioned to look like weird bones and perhaps even a dragon on her head.
Well, she's clearly a hero.
There are some robed figures that are managing what look like captives. A robed man that looks like he's sweating and taking a break as well. It looks like this group is the one that have come to report. Clearly, the leader of this group is a purple full plate armored walking blue dragon. He has wings coming out of his back and some impressive armaments.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Making out with that dragon would be very dangerous because you get your eye poked out.
He is medium sized, though?
He's medium sized, yep.
Okay.
And you heard his name. You said, Langdedrosa. We searched this place several times over. We did find some treasure, but we did not find what we were looking for. Let's get some captives down because I did say they were managing some captives. It does look like some of the captives have been killed. They are wearing bonds still, but it looks like their throats have been slit or their wings have been peeled off. And we've got a Grig and a Tomy. We have Zip, who is a fawn. I remember you guys were annoyed at Zip because he spoke only through flutes. We have a half-elf commoner. All right, so I'm going to incapacitate these folk. They are tied up in shackles. Looks like they've been dragged into here. Some of them are barely awake. Others are unconscious as well. And you can see that these robed robbers are managing the prisoners.
From this rooftop, can we see the courtyard?
Yeah, you can look into the courtyard.
I'm assuming there's a bunch of, like, it's being used as a DM worksheet right now.
Yep. You can see Doaki across the courtyard. He seems to be stuck in what looks like a bubble. He's like scratching at a little like this little kind of force bubble.
We're not a high enough level to throw disintegrates, bud, so enjoy.
Hold your breath there, pal.
You can see that there is a bit of death and carnage. It looks like fighting has already happened here. You see maybe a troop of kobolds and a troop of these robbers.
Did Langdedrosa,
yeah.
have a spell component pouch, big holy symbol, bag of potions, that
Yes.
kind of stuff?
Yes.
All the above?
Yes.
Or he is all the things? Okay.
Also,
Or
being this close to him, there's just this palatable aura of dragon fear around him.
Knowledge arcane.
Sure.
All right. They were talking about a big thing flying, but he's not that big. But maybe he turns into the big thing flying, or I don't know. 27.
What's the question?
Is this a half dragon, or is this a full dragon that's been?
Like, oh no, he is blue dragonborn that has undergone the similar transformation process that Agony has, and he is full blue half dragon.
So he's full blue half dragon, and in that,
his armor,
is he like half dragonborn, half dragon. Like, is it like, you know what I mean? Is he dragonborn, half dragon? Like, what's the other...
so dragonborn is humanoid draconic, but half dragon ends up becoming dragon
full
type.
Dragon. Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
And then you have a look at his gear. While it's painted really nice and it looks very heavy, the way he's moving is that it's very, very light. Either he's very strong or it is made for spell casting, and you are seeing arcane spell components at his belt. Even though, like, there's something chilling about his presence, though. Like there's doubt in your mind. You're like, why is he giving off that aura? Shall we? Perhaps we should awake a few more of the prisoners. I really enjoyed flaying their wings from their back. Blech, have at it. If they know anything, I doubt it. I doubt many of them even realized that they were guarding a dragon's lair. Ah, yes. Foolish for this dragon to hide out in the open. Dragons. Where there is one, there are many. Let's go see if the pipsqueak knows anything. Ah, yes. It did have a foolish tongue. The first lesson it will learn will be its last, unfortunately. He spreads his wings wide, and because it's like a castle fortification, like it's actually open, like there's just like a little balcony open to the back, and Langdedrosa basically spreads his wings and begins flying over to the main part of the castle, leaving his two lieutenants to talk. I'm going to enjoy this. You enjoy the slaughter too much, Frula. Know that Langdedrosa does not necessarily like your tactics. Still, I don't care. Why don't you go and find the hidden caches? I think we found all that can be found here. We'll have to ask the Dragonborn we've captured.
This ledge, does it have a railing? Or
Yeah,
how is there
a railing.
Safety?
There's a railing. Like a little wooden railing kind of thing. You notice that Frula is moving over, and these guys are definitely frightened of her, and she pulls out, I don't know, what's bad. Cold iron kukri. Shing! Which one of you will feed the dragon with many heads?
The who with the what? Knowledge arcane. Adam could think of a couple of different things that could be considered a dragon with many heads, and that some of them are like really bad. So I guess I can think of things.
Okay, well, the dragon with many heads, it could be many things.
I know. Okay, perfect. All right,
and she's now playing the eeny meeny kind of game with her knife as she's kind of pointing and.
All right, I don't need to stay and watch this. I'm gonna go make sure the door's open for when the others arrive.
We're gonna help them.
There's nothing we can do till the others get here.
There's nothing we can do. Dee Dee, not right now.
All right, from the inside, Dugan's going to try and open the door. Or disable device, open the door.
Okay, so
locked.
So... All right, there's a bar over the door. It's pretty heavy. It's probably about 100 pounds.
Okay, he can move that with his brain.
Okay, so give me a stealth check. The bar is probably at a -4 because to do this like quietly without anyone noticing.
Do I get my invisibility?
The bar is not invisible, so no. This is really to
with
see
a -4.
Yeah, because of the size of the bar.
I got a 27.
Okay, let's see if this mob of dudes or the mob of kobolds.
I want them to make it. Somebody disrupt the torture.
27 plus distance. They are not near the door. They seem to be confident, like they're like divvying stuff up and they're tending to wounds and checking their equipment and laughing about things, and it looks like they're packing up gear like they're gonna head out. The kobolds, for some reason, don't seem to have a lot of stuff. It looks like they're waiting, and they all like turned their head to look at Langdedrosa that flew over, and you notice some of them saluting. Mm-hmm. The men seem a little less like they watched Langdedrosa, but you get the sense that there may not be this slavish devotion to him. But yeah, the bar has been removed and just sort of leaned up against the side of the wall.
All right, and he just makes sure there's no pins or locks.
Well, okay. The portcullis is actually up. There are two big doors that open, but the that now can open. But the portcullis is up, and there is a device that controls the portcullis.
Okay, he wants to like sabotage the portcullis so it can't close.
So that it just stays up. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a disable device.
Okay. Is disable device is at plus 27. $45.
Good evening, Drake. Cool. You disable it so well that you have the choice. Do you? Well, it would be like, do you want to take the portcullis home with you?
I'm good.
Do you want the portcullis to be stuck that it requires repair checks to do it, or do you want to set it up that you could just remove a thing and then the whole thing could come crashing down? Like how you own this device now. Tell me what you want to do with it.
Set it up so if like I put a thing in, so if I pull the thing,
Yep.
it comes crashing down.
Okay, so you found a really strong bit of adamantine that was in your thief's kit, and you stick it where it's not supposed to, and it's just going to block this one key, and a good yank on it will bring it out. So the portcullis is in the upward position, just leaving the two doors that need to be pushed open, which you're pretty sure that you could do, or anyone in the party could do with enough momentum and time. Meanwhile, Frula and Dee Dee's like looking at, oh no. Sunny, you're looking in. You notice that she pulls from her talismans that she wears around her neck, and she begins to cast a spell.
Spellcraft? Sunny's making certain he's got an angle to cast a spell in the room if he needs to.
Okay. Yeah, give me a spellcraft check.
Please tell me we can hear Slake stomping. Stomp, 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 stomp. Bing, bang, boom, bang. Because I don't want to... The sneaky guys aren't supposed to fight by themselves.
Oh, fucking... Zod's gonna say, intruder!
26.
Okay, she pulled at this strange lead unholy symbol that's kind of formed into a draconic claw, like stylized in a draconic claw. She touches that while she casts a Cure Light Wounds on this Grig. The Grig sputters awake. Couple of the robed robbers step over so that they could also jostle it a little bit.
The bat looks very apologetic. Marty?
Yep.
Just like, do we see them in the fall? Is there like a clinkety bangies, or was there anything? Give me something.
Well,
Give me something to work with.
you guys flew pretty quickly straight towards the castle, while the other guys.
Oh no, we flew very slow. Wings are slower.
Okay, one is you only hear the sounds of distant combat. Two is they're you may have heard like the Capra fight kind of thing. Three is they're walking down the road. No, just the distant sounds of combat.
Okay. I think I'm just going to try the web spell into that room just to make the whole thing all sticky.
She's like, wakey, wakey. The web spell.
And Desad just face palms like, fuck.
What the fuck out of here? Sorry, I can't watch that.
Okay. Dee Dee, you can feel Dee Dee petting your little head. Langdedrosa just landed across the way, and he was just about to like poke at the little sphere that Dwaki's caught in, but he turns back and he looks at the chaos of the webs. I've had just about enough of these fey tricks. Yeah, there's some chaos for a moment. This road mage moves back. He opens the door. "You have another one that's loose." These two guards grab their guns and they're now looking around. Let's see. Frula and the robe robbers. That stops their torture for a moment as they're trying to scramble out of the webs.
We just
These,
need to buy enough time for Clang-a-Bang to show up.
These bandits get up when they see spell casting, and they're moving back. They're grabbing some of their weapons. These guys are all like, "Huh, what's going on up there?" Like, they've probably dealt with a full evening of fey tricks and little spells that they don't seem to be like
Eager.
really, really eager to go running up there.
It's one of those, fuck, not again.
Yep.
I've had that day of work.
What are Dugan's, Desaad, Dee Dee, and Sunny doing? Like, Langdedrosa is now looking at you, like, in your direction.
I'm
Okay, bluff check. I'm shocked.
the bat is hiding. Like,
Okay. Side of this crest, and then you're just gonna make like a
29 stealth.
Don't be so happy there. He can ping you.
I'm happy because that's like it's awesome for Sunny. Sunny sucks at this. He needs to put ranking stealth. This is just he's teeny weeny little.
I hit the 20.
And then what was you're making a bluff check. To whom are you bluffing? Like, you're on the roof, these people are in there. Are you actually looking across the way and just going like, I don't know what happened?
No, he's like, where did this come from?
Okay, you're acting like
I'm acting like shock.
Okay.
Le Bloof. I swear to God, if I fucking die, I'm coming driving to your house. I'm gonna fuck up your internet.
Your threats will get you nowhere.
I think
All right,
threatening my internet, Marty,
I
not
see.
yours.
Yeah, I can't drive to you. Yeah, all right. 40.
That's a damn good bluff. Okay. There is some scrambling. You notice that this mage grabs a torch that the guards were using and just starts walking back in. He's
Okay, so he's moving. He's approaching with the torch.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a significant. You still have your arcane sight or no?
No, that's that. I
He
think it's
he is wearing robes that are covering up a lot of his stuff, but you do see that there is a wizard of significance that is not concerned about this web spell.
All right.
You'll be concerned, all right.
Summon Slake.
When I'm at in a full Nelson, Slake's going on the ribs.
So I'm going to drop an aqueous orb on him. That automatically dispels all non-magical fire.
Oh no.
And he gets to make a reflex save.
All right, now they know that there's a problem. One spell, yeah.
Yeah, 1 second is different than a fourth, you know? Or a third.
I think we had a token for this spell. Give me a second.
Oh, right, because it's huge. Well, large, technically, but...
I want to drown the wizard.
Enough to drown the wizard, the terrible wizard of Oz.
At minimum, his torch is going out. Come on, Slake Kong! Walk faster, you jackass!
Well, they're going at Slake's pace, which I believe is 20.
but he could.
No,
25?
he's 35.
He's 35.
He put
Okay.
on mithril full plate, and
Right.
since we changed the token, he's been moving quickly. 22 for the reflex save.
Okay, he's not caught in it.
Okay, he's like, oh, he managed to stumble back from it, falls down and gets back up, and yeah, he knows there's a problem.
His torch. So all the fire is gone.
Yeah, I think we're starting an initiative.
Do I have to enter it? I don't wanna.
I need to add Langded. Copy paste.
His reflex save DC was 20.
Langdedrosa.
I kind of I should have used Sleet Storm. I screwed up. That's okay.
Frula. We've got the kobold. The Urds. The Urd sorcerers. +3? Wow.
Sunny has a +3 temporary bonus to his initiative because he's a tiny little bat.
Yep. They had a +4 to Dex from being tiny.
Is there?
Is +6?
I believe it's a +6 Dex for the level of beast shape.
Diminutive is a +8, is it?
Diminutive is no. Tiny magical beast is a +8. It doesn't get above +6. Might have been a Bobo. Nothing to see here.
All right. Ahmed, your group is
Yeah.
2d4 rounds away.
Oh God, you roll 2, or you go with the.
No. You don't get to blame him for anything that's about to transpire.
Fair enough.
No.
Fuck.
That's bad. That is an unfortunate roll.
Oh.
Okay. You know when you're playing Metal Gear Solid and you're
all the alarm
waiting for the alarm to go off?
It's kind of like the 7 rounds you guys spent actually in combat and doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's bad.
Cog's on his way. Sonny, what are you doing? Somehow beat everyone in initiative.
Sonny's gonna hide.
Okay.
There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. He's gonna move away from the window, and he hides very poorly, and he rolls his water spell into the mage again.
Ah! Okay. In order for you to attack with a spell, you need to. Do you need line of sight or line of effect with the spell?
It is a ranged spell. I just need line of effect.
Okay.
So
So you cast it and then back, basically in the process of backing away. There's something on the roof. Actually, they can't see through the web that far. Shit. All right, and then his. He saw. He saw some movement in front of the roof.
he's going to be in the water, and that won't matter. He'll just be blubbing.
He just needs to make a reflex save again as the water goes around him.
Yep.
11.
Okay.
Ooh.
He takes 6 non-lethal damage, and then he saves again to not be picked up.
But I only have a +9 to my will save. Oh, he rolls a nat 1. He is
He
in
lives
the
in the orb
aqueous
now.
orb. Oh! Okay.
Move the orb with him in the web so he's stuck and he's drowning.
I could do that next round because the web
All the
had to roll towards him. So, technically I can move it further, but I want to not drown the people in the web.
Okay. Langdedrosa.
I can move it further, so I'm gonna. This was open, right?
Yeah, that door was open. Yep.
Okay, then it's gonna move all the way in to grab them too.
Okay, the two city guards with their
Guns
fire
work really well when they're wet.
dependent muskets. Yeah. All right, they were actually a little beefy, but with their +3 reflex saves, 21 and 6.
Okay, one of them makes it. The other one takes the 6 non-lethal.
6 non-lethal and has to make a save again. Fails.
Okay, he's in the water.
I'm just gonna let my cat. I'll be right back.
Okay,
And-
another guy gets pushed off to the side. Another guy's like, oh, big ball of water flows over it. You can see Dowaki chuckling, like he's at the edge of the sphere. He's looking at what's going on.
What's interesting just is it automatically quenches any non-magical fires and functions to dispel magic against large magical fires. I wonder what this does with guns, because it automatically counters fire.
Yeah, I think non-magical firearms are just not going to work.
They just don't work around the sphere.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like the sphere's on top of this guy. He can't fire his firearm right now.
Yeah.
He'd need a much more advanced version. Langdedrosa. He sort of his shoulders slump a little bit. He casts a spell. Yes, he casts a spell and then begins to fly forward.
Spellcraft?
Yep.
31. See invis?
See invisibility.
Yeah.
And he is wielding.
I'm jealous of him.
He had in his hand a mithril-tipped fauchard. Type of advanced polearm.
In Sunny's mind, don't worry, they'll be here right away. They're just around the corner.
He has a great sword strapped to his back and is wearing some very nice armor. His claws and teeth look sharp. Yeah, he's flying forward, and his perception with your 17. Yeah, he's looking right at you.
Sunny does a who me in like human gesture as a mask.
All right, the kobold troop are all like they're pointing up at Langdedrosa, and they're stopping what they were doing, and they're not paying attention. Dee Dee. I'm gonna go see where they are. She triple moves 180. She's doing a flying run. Next round she'll use her. She has an idea as she's running. Frula. Let's see how stuck she was.
Get stuck, lady.
She's like the one out of that group that have reflexes like a cat.
That's fine. Ones exist. Twos also exist. Guessing 3 or more is probably not going to work so good.
Ooh, that's pretty good. She got a 20.
DC's 18.
Okay, so she evaded the first time, but she still has all this crap around her, right? So it's difficult terrain.
It's, I believe, a CMB check as part of your movement.
Okay.
So you have to anyone moving through the webs must make a combat maneuver check or escape artist check as part of their move action with the DC equal to the spell's DC, or they become grabbed.
She'll use escape artist. 33.
That's okay. She's not killing a Grig. She's it's still slow.
So she uses an action to basically force her way through the webs. Now she's going to cast a spell on herself.
Okay. 35. What is she casting?
She cast a divine favor.
Yes.
Where are you? Your friends are going to die because of that.
Operation Benny Hill commence.
Dugenschmurf, who's down by the door, kind of like fiddling around with the device.
Oh, he's just standing there all proud of himself. Like, there we go. I should be able to get in, no problem. All we got to do is wait.
All we got to do is wait, not get caught.
Okay, the robbers are all starting to get up. Some of them are taking bets.
Oh, I wonder what the commotion is.
These guys are wandering over and they're trying to pull out one of the kobolds half-heartedly from the doorway. They have to make CMB checks.
Yep.
All right, well, all pull together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Eve! Let's try to pull this kobold out. Eve! I don't know, like one of them gives his buddy a bonus. They get a 20.
Okay, they pull their buddy out.
Okay. There you go, little guy.
Yeah, get your claws off of me.
Says Intraconic. Feisty little bastard. Slate Capra Agony. The Erd Sorcerer. Something is on the roof. This thing flies to the top of the roof. You're hiding.
Can't see me. Batman.
These little Erds are 32 on the perception check.
Yeah, it is.
In the wild.
I think you're in range for a Scorching Ray. That's Scorching Ray the bat. A single ray of fire comes lancing from its clawed hand. Hitting touch AC nat 20.
Scorch me, bro.
8 does not confirm.
No, it does not.
Okay, 16 fire damage.
I take that. Owie.
The other kobold's stuck. The other flying kobold. The rogue robbers are peons. Who cares? Amadeus is on his way. The Sylvan Acre. This little Grig is trying to... Well, he still has manacles on. Damn it. The Sod, what are you doing? You're muted, Ahmed.
Sorry, I saw that fire go hit a bat, and
This Erd's going,
we
get
do.
it! Get it!
So, it's like he's going to dive at the bat,
Okay.
and he's going to grab it if it will let him.
Ah,
Huh?
Yep,
Huh?
the bat knows who you are.
He's gonna grab the bat and bluff check, like break its neck.
Okay. I think it's more. I'll let you do a bluff. Sure, you're doing a little magic trip. Ah! The kobold like goes, yeah. When you,
So, as long
when
as
you grab
Sunny
him.
doesn't blow it with an over dramatic performance.
I think Sunny's just trying to be hiding in the hands.
Would this count as a feint?
No.
Alright.
It's just not.
You're not fainting in combat. No, it is a lie though. You're trying to pass it.
41.
Off as a lie.
That's a good lie.
41.
He's putting on a puppet show.
Okay. He's like, Langdedrosa is still coming forward, like he wants to go have a look at whatever that you just did. This kobold, I'm pointing at my screen. This kobold, I'm into it. I'm in the zone. This kobold, the flying kobold that came above, that went, get it. You went, yeah, like when you got it, like it cheered, and it looks towards Langdedrosa, like they want his praise, is what you're getting. At this point in time, let me make a perception check for Grimstone Chronicles.
I will throw you away. Get ready.
Dee Dee, no. Sod, no.
If I is there a place to put him in the? Can I throw him down a hole or something where he can fit and they can't get to him?
Sunny does not like the groan of the building and some subtle but very heavy claw marks on the side of the building, like something shifted its weight. Do you guys have see invis spells up?
Desaad does.
No. Oh, Desaad does?
And this is from which battle?
This is when we just arrived here. We just cast it.
Okay.
No, not here. The
Church.
The 5. Yeah, from the
You
church.
cast it at the church.
Okay. Desaad, when you kind of were like, you kind of came over, you're like, I killed the thing. Holy fuck. Something just came around the side. It was half walking on the roof, half on the battlements. There is a true dragon that is coiled up along the side of the embattlements. It has a very, very long nose, just like Langdedrosa does. It is truly titanic in size.
What has been seen cannot be unseen.
Oh god. That's a problem.
I can't see anything. Oh, that one. Shit. I was too zoomed in. Oh, fuck.
It's just looking at you. Like this commotion, it may have just been lounging or waiting. This commotion has caused this great worm to move over, for lack of a better term.
Desaad wishes he can turn into a flea.
He's not actually a great worm, but Desaad's this is the first dragon you've ever seen. So
Bluff check.
True-
I
true
didn't
dragon.
see it.
yeah, you made an awesome bluff check. Let me see if this dragon sees through your lies.
Do you want me to do another bluff check?
Nope.
Okay.
42.
Oh, fuck.
Well, your bluff was pretty big.
I think it was a 41.
41.
Distance. There's a twitching out to give it away. Twitching out. Go.
You just hear this
Just right
little bit of
before-
a huff. And you notice that Langdedrosa is really the only one that turned around. He turned around, and then he looks back. Langdedrosa continues to fly over. Like the dragon, like the two of them communicated just with like a huff. Like the dragon's interest is now Langdedrosa's interest. The soldiers don't seem to be aware of the big dragon that is here. Actually, sorry, the soldiers. How the fuck do you get out of the watery orb?
You get a reflex save on your round to try to get ejected into a random square around the orb.
He fails.
Well,
What happens?
He stays in the orb.
He stays in the orb. And he could drown.
All right, and this guy goes running away from the orb because this is horrible. I think he's gonna go down the steps. No, water goes down. He's gonna just triple move with the fuck over here and he's trying to run.
At the beginning of their turn, they also take more damage.
Okay.
It's one of those. So everybody in the orb, or
Who was in the orb?
5 damage, 5 non-lethal.
Okay. All right. So that was the city guard soldiers or whatever. What they're doing here, it's very suspicious. But you got other things to worry about. Cog, you guys are moving. Sonny, you're into Sod's hands, and he's pretended to twist your neck. Are you
All right.
playing dead?
I have.
Hey, man, I'll let you go.
So, question. Does a pocket count as a physical portal? So I have a spell called Urban Step, and it allows me to use Dimension Door between 2 doors, portals, or windows, or other such sort of entrances.
No, but there's a
I don't wanna
window
leave
that you're
chance.
right beside.
I don't want to be shown to be alive. Okay. Sonny is going to, from within the hands, he thinks this is going well. He's going to direct this orb to roll the shit off.
Okay. All right. So does the orb fall?
Attention.
The orb falls. The orb stays like at ground level, so it would fall.
Okay.
I can't direct it up.
And then
It automatically rolls over barriers, and it gets stuck by other barriers. It stays at ground level. So
I don't think they would take falling damage, to be honest.
I don't. We're in the realm of.
So falling damage into water at a certain point does D3s, or it does non-lethal. So you went off a 4-level embattlement. So these walls are like you just huck the sphere off 60 feet. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna give you 6d3 damage, and this is non-lethal as you've basically hucked 2 people off the wall. So you did another 16.
Look at them D3s. 3, 3, 2, 3, 2,
boy.
3. They landed on their heads at the bottom.
Yeah, 27 non-lethal. They're both still moving around in the orb, but this is like the second round, and we got to keep track of their cons and all that stuff. You've slurped up a wizard.
Yep. Blub 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 wizard man.
All right,
Blub.
Langdedrosa lands. What have we here? He says in Draconic, and he's holding out his hand, his empty claw.
What's his name?
Great Langdedrosa, this is my dinner now.
It's like scorched bat.
Scorched bat.
There is like this flicker of annoyance that crosses Langdedrosa's face.
Please, hungry.
It does not appear that Langdedrosa usually has people question his orders. Give me a diplomacy check as you are asking for it to be your dinner.
If I have to swallow you up, dude, just grease up and you'll.
I turn into a water elemental. Just hang out in there.
All right.
And then Sunny, I need a bluff or a disguise or a stealth check
Bernie!
to
What am I
appear to
doing?
be not alive. Like if you're playing dead, you need to make a roll.
That's why it wasn't supposed to show me. What am I rolling?
Uh,
You said bluff, disguise, or one other one.